Women have strength that amaze men. We bear hardships, we carry burdens, we hold love and joy, we stand up for what we believe in. We go without so our families can have. We go to the doctor with a frightened friend. We cry when our children excel, and we cheer when our friends get awards. We feel happy when we hear about a birth or a wedding. Our hearts break when a friend dies, and we grieve the loss of a family member. Yet we are strong when we think there is no strength left. We know that a hug and a kiss can heal, and we come in all shapes and sizes and colors. We drive, we fly, we walk, we run, we email one another just to let each other know that how much we care. We have compassion and we have ideals. We give moral support to our friends and our family, and we have vital things to say and everything to give to our community, our country, and the world. However, there is one flaw in women. It is that we have forgotten our worth. And it is no wonder. From the beginning of recorded history, which men recorded, by the way, the feminine qualities, that which makes us women, were held with little or no value compared to the things the men did, other than bearing children and tending to their husbands, and not necessarily in that order. The patriarchal mindset has also limited men in their expressions of feeling, their desires to be tender, their access to their emotions, their ability to cry. Tonight, we've come together to celebrate the feminine qualities, to hold them with honor, and to demand their respect in both men and women. As a culture, we have privileged or made more valuable the qualities that tend to be associated with men: strength, logical, linear thinking, focused thinking, goal orientation. And they produced amazing results, actually, in technology and economics and medicine, for example. And we have looked to men for our safety. And in too many cases, we have been willing to rein in our power to be taken care of. We often see women, politicians, and executives using their male energy to achieve in a man's game, and often at the loss of accessing their more feminine instincts. What I thought was interesting was the default position of the human brain in every fetus is female. We start there, ladies. If the testosterone doesn't kick in, we're all girls. When it does kick in, it literally kills excess brain cells in the area of communication and relationship. And it builds more brain cells in the area of sex and aggression. Do I see light bulbs going on heads all over? And while I'm using the terms masculine and feminine, I want to be sure that you understand I'm not denying they exist in both men and women. And it's not about women taking over the world. It is about men moving over and sharing power. And as important, it is also about ourselves, about our putting greater value on the things that just come naturally to us, and speaking from that place with confidence. The capacity we have as humans, the part that understands interdependence and relationships and long-term impact, inherent in most women. But in the past, it's been relegated to the home and to the family. And this is where we've been given some value. These skills tend to reside more frequently in the biology of women. And we need this intelligence now in our political, spiritual, educational, global infrastructures. These are our gifts as women. And I believe, and I know there are men who are not only agreeing with this, but are in fact relieved, I believe that women hold the antidote to the breakdown of culture and our relationship with one another and the earth itself. We are the antidote. The time is now to bring these skills into our social structure and into the world. And it's not an easy ride because we're going to have to upset the apple cart. We cannot depend or expect men to change the world. The way of the patriarch is not working, as Jean said. The war on drugs, the war on terror, the war on cancer. Oh, we have to fight for peace. We have to shift. We have to shift out of warlike thinking into relationship-based society using our skills as women. We multitask. We see the bigger picture. As mothers, we're able to keep an eye on the baby while talking on the phone to a client, knowing where Junior is, what he's doing, and why. We mediate relationships. We nurture relationships. We understand relationships, and we are sustained by relationships. There are difficult and long-standing structures that we must speak to, and the time is now, and it's not going to be getting any easier. We have to speak up because we've had too much of one kind of energy, and we need to call it into balance. And as I said, I think the men will be greatly relieved. The world needs more relational system thinking. The world is crying out now for the qualities of a mother, a gentler caring for the planet and one another. For these are the very things that we hold uniquely in us. And we hope this evening that you will, everything you hear, you take very, very personally. Because this evening, we are celebrating and affirming the very essence of who you are. Yes. While women in other parts of the world are taking a stand for their human rights, we in the West must claim the assets we bring to the world, and that is the value of a woman's perspective. We are not issue-oriented. What we do is very much in a feminine model. Gather the Women is more process-oriented than goal-oriented. We gather women, we build relationships, we connect, we educate, and we invite all women to come together and connect, not on issues, but on the depth of their caring for what's going on. And above all, we seek to inspire, and that's it. That's what we do.